From touchdown to wheels up, the cost of a premium customer enjoying a decently lavish trip to Fontainebleau across New Year's Eve was $.
I'm drunk.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the first video of my new channel. I'm Mikey, and I'm a snob when it comes to all things Las Vegas. I'm a relic of the years when blogging was popular and have reviewed suites such as the villas at the Mirage and the duplex apartment at Encore, the latter of which got me brief airtime on Good Morning America in 2013.
Gorgeous pool table.
I drink excessively and spend the majority of my trips at the tables. I go to Vegas 3 to 5 times a year, and I'm a creature of habit. Fontainebleau is my home base, and I barely leave the property. Sometimes I'll stay at Bellagio, or I'll do a boys trip downtown. And this probably won't change until Hard Rock opens. So if you're looking for reviews on the latest and greatest places, this channel probably isn't it. My goal is to fill a void in YouTube, to give you the uncensored perspective of a premium customer. I'm going to be drunk. I might slur my words. I might even be despondent after a big loss. I'm going to share with you the true cost of Vegas when the casino foots most of the bill. What I'm playing, my theoretical loss, and my actual loss. So stay tuned. What's going on, you guys? First official full day in Vegas. Got in last night around 9 p.m. Interestingly enough, so busy that Fontainebleau had a greeter at the airport who just takes your luggage to the limo waiting area, and then there was another limo driver, so that was cool. Went straight to Don's Prime. Great steakhouse, but honestly, I've always said the best steakhouse is the one closest to you. It's a little stuffy. You know, it's an elegant place, and my fourth time dining there. Did enjoy it, but I'll take Papí Steak all day, every day. That beef case is fun. I don't care what anyone says, and the food in Papí is damn good. Afterwards, I met up with my buddy Steven at Collin. Steven is a really great friend. I met him here at Fontainebleau Gambling, and we try to parallel trips as much as we can. I got a Lefroy quarter cask neat and a Reposado espresso martini. Then we got to a Pai Gow table around 12:30, 1 in the morning, had more espresso martinis, and let me tell you, I was up till 7 a.m. The first shift had me down at 176 minutes of play at an average of $401. I'm sure that $1 made a huge difference in my comps. And then the next shift said they had me down for another 3 hours of play at about $340 average, something like that. I'll run by the host at the end of the trip and see what the actual numbers were. But so yeah, a little bit more action, a higher theoretical than I typically put in so far. Glad I got it in. Now I just got to grab a bite to eat. In 22 years and over 100 Vegas trips as an adult, I've dabbled in every low house edge game, trying to find a balance between a betting strategy that's both exciting but not very volatile. That's why I only play face-up Pai Gow poker. I have a $10,000 bankroll. My starting bet is $200, and if I win, continue up the progression you see on the screen. Push hands mean no change in bet, and I regress by 2 if I lose. In other words, if I lose an $800 bet, the progression begins again at $400. If I have $1,600 or more out and I lose, I walk away and grab a drink. I'm likely up a good amount at that point. It doesn't happen very often, but when I win the $3,200 bet, I color up and walk. I've used this same progression for years and have realized that I enjoy the action more than the outcome. In the future, as my bankroll increases, so will these numbers, and I hope to take you along with me. Let's break down the numbers of how we got here and what we're getting. Most casinos rate me at $1,100 a day theoretical loss, although that number can fluctuate and get a lot higher when I get hot. This trip is between December 30th through January 2026. Yes, across New Year's Eve. I was comped in a Gold King Strip Best View, which wasn't even showing on the rate calendar about a week before this trip, but one category down was running $2,715 total. This trip is across New Year's Eve, so I did get bumped down to a Gold King pool view, but I'm not complaining. Of course, I know internally the casino doesn't value their rooms the same that they publish on the rate calendar, so let's just call this room $300 per night. Additionally, Fontainebleau is providing me $500 food and beverage credit, 1 ticket to Duran Duran valued at $262, 2 tickets to their New Year's Eve gala with Kool and the Gang, which I'm going to give a very conservative estimate of $100 a piece, and transportation to and from the airport, which I'm going to give a value of $100 total. In total, that's $1,962 in comps before a single bet's made. That's a 59% return in comps. Fontainebleau is comping outrageously well, and I'm not even factoring in the blue points and freebies I get from getting Royal Tier. Oh, one more detail. You might be wondering why I'm actually in a royal suite. I'm joined by my mom this trip. She's my partner in crime in many of my Vegas trips. She's here on a comp to royal suite with $1,000 free play and $200 food and beverage credit. Our amazing host set us up so that our separate bookings would connect together to essentially create a 2-bedroom suite. It's early on in this trip, but I'll run by the final numbers in the end. Just picked up my 2 tickets for my mom and I to go see Kool and the Gang at an event that they're calling The Celebration, which is in one of their ballrooms. They don't really advertise this thing, they just kind of have it for their high rollers. I don't consider myself that much of a high roller, so I didn't instantly get offered these tickets, but as the date got closer, I was offered, and I'm very grateful for that, because last year, Post Malone headlined, and from all the reports I did hear, it was amazing. And the food is supposed to be incredible, so I can't wait to show that to you guys. Gambling this afternoon did not go well. I don't even think I mentioned last night. I did wind up losing $2,000, but it lasted me 7 hours. This session, not quite as favorable. I only made it up to about a $400 bet, so I only won 2 hands in a row. So pretty pathetic. Hate it when that happens. A little bit about the royal suite that we're in. It's a cool room, spacious, obviously, about 900 or so square feet. It's interesting in that the sofa in the living room is tiny, so I'm not sure why you would have a guest bathroom when your sofa is that small. Maybe if you have children with you or something, because nobody's sleeping on that sofa. And to boot, that guest bathroom's got a shower in it. And so that's really just a wasted use of space. My favorite part of this room is the primary bathroom. It's awesome. The tub is massive. The shower, there's a bench. I have had the privilege of staying in a monogram fleur-de-lis suite. It's great. Really, the best amenity is the butler and access to Poodle Room all the time. Looking forward to tonight's celebrations. I can't wait to see what Fontainebleau's casino looks like after the New Year's party is over. I'm sure it'll be packed. I'm sure minimums are going to be crazy, and I'm sure the vibe will be fun. So I'll definitely get some gambling in for sure. That being said, I'll update you guys afterwards. Obviously, I'm drunk. Fontainebleau had a party for their bigger players. Again, I don't want to say high rollers because I'm not, but fortunate I got the invite. It was cool. Kool and the Gang. The food was awesome. The venue was amazing. Celebrity sightings. I sat next to Heather Locklear. It was actually super fun to hang out with. She's great. She's great. Vegas Matt, I'm sure you're watching this. Kind of funny, not even so much a celebrity. Papí Steak guy. He's the guy on the slot machines from Papí Steak. And I was like, what's up, man? Like, great steak. Down another $975. And I'm not even complaining because, it's Vegas and we're here. And they rated me at an average of 400 a hand. I was there 2 hours, 45 minutes. Did well for the Theo, I'm sure. But why the hell is this thing not centering me out? This gimbal, whatever. Still learning this thing. Anyway, yeah. Pretty cool. No, not pretty cool. I'm down. That's not cool. Okay, I'm going to go off on a tangent. This guy next to me, he bets $52. Put that for the dealer. That's not for betting. This isn't downtown. And I love downtown, with all due respect. I really do. But don't bet blue chips. Don't bet blue chips on the strip unless you're even Excalibur. Don't bet blue chips. Okay? Like, that's for the dealers all day. I mean, for even money bets, right? You know, if you're doing bullshit for you won this or that, and if you like that stuff, great. But don't bet blue chips. Anyway, you guys like my scarf? It's pretty cool, right? So my progression, I got up to, I think 800. I got up to 800. So that, you know, once I get up to 800, 1200 or so, that's when the heart starts racing a little faster and it becomes more than like a pastime where like I'm actually gambling. So check the watch. It's now 3:20. Happy New Year in like February, March, probably when this gets uploaded. And thank you guys for sticking around. Hey, what's up, friends? We're back. Sorry for the mess behind me. It's been quite the New Year's Day. I don't remember what I already updated on regarding last night. The New Year's Eve party was spectacular. What I do know that I didn't mention is the comp value probably of it. Earlier I had said that I would very conservatively estimate each ticket to be $100 comp value. I actually don't know what it is, but I'll tell you this. I probably ate $300 worth of caviar and free drinks and other foods, paella, tomahawk, rack of lamb. Fontainebleau put on the most spectacular New Year's Eve party. Kool and the Gang crushed it. The band before was on, the opening band, if you will, just to warm up the crowd, was on a rotating stage. Really a black tie affair. I haven't experienced something that elegant since Encore's opening in 2008. This morning I went to the spa. It's a spectacular spa here. I used my $250 Royal credit towards a 60-minute massage. It was awesome, spectacular. Highly recommend my therapist, Christy. She customized the massage to my needs. First time witnessing that sauna meister do a towel dance thing. It was pretty f***ing cool, I gotta say. It sounds kind of like a gimmick, but that event sauna, they heat it so hot in the middle of that show. The towel dance is, it's really entrancing, for lack of a better word. And yeah, I was taken to a different place. It was really cool. This is night 3. Last Pai session was pretty terrible. I bought it for $2K and wiped out after about 2.5 hours. The maximum bet was 800, so wasn't able to work out my progression more than then. Duran Duran, great show, great seats. Host took care of it, and then another friend of mine, my friend Sean, came in clutch and put us in a VIP section where the drinks were free. I have no idea how it worked out. Pretty awesome. Roadside Taco for dinner. Just got to go order. I'm drunk. I have like margarita, $23. This is why people hate Vegas. Actually, that's not that bad. Stop complaining. That's every big city. Literally. But like Vegas is way more fun than Chicago. Seriously, shut the up. $24 for $23 for a cocktail. Oh, Vegas ripped us off. Go to Chicago and be bored and pay that. Anyways, I'm angry. My lips really red. They're so dry. Went to Poodle Room after the Duran Duran concert. Amazing. The fog was setting into the city. Super low clouds. Encore wind. The top of them were covered. Such a nice setting. Couldn't take any pictures because you can't at Poodle Room. $5K a year and you get a royal membership automatically. Honestly, it's not too bad. Hey friends, we're back home and at the office, and it's been a couple weeks since the trip, and I just wanted all the charges to settle before I give you guys the breakdown. But first, a few things I missed worth mentioning. The entrance we took upon arrival was Fontainebleau's subterranean level with an elevator that feeds directly into the VIP lounge. This is what they use to give high-profile guests and celebrities ultimate discretion. I'm certainly neither, but we were late for our Don's Prime reservation and the main porte cochere was backed up, so our driver called ahead and got the okay from management to drop us off there. At some point New Year's Day, I had a $300 bet out and the dealer set her hands in a questionable way. I wound up pushing the hand, but about 30 minutes later, the pit boss comes by and tells the dealer to pay me $300. Apparently, the hand in question wasn't set according to Fontainebleau's house way and the eye in the sky caught it. Had she set it the house way, I would have won the hand. Huge props to Fontainebleau on that. I wanted to warm up with a couple cocktails before the New Year's Eve celebration. There wasn't an empty seat at any of the main bars, so I bellied up to the bar in the high limit room and ordered a Snow Angel. It had Suntory, whiskey, lychee, lemon, rose, and egg whites. It's one of my absolute favorite cocktails on the property. Vida is just a solid coffee shop. While I'd still give the edge to La Fontaine for brunch, Vida is predictable, has all the comfort food you'd expect, and between the two, the service at Vida has actually been more consistent and attentive. And now the part you've all been waiting for, let's talk about the final numbers. Here are all my expenses, including tax and 20% tip were applicable before comps were applied. For food, at Don's Prime, we had 1 cocktail, 1 beer, 1 whipped potato, 1 9-ounce filet, and a salmon, and it was $259. At Collin's, 3 cocktails and a Lefroy neat came out to $116. However, I'm just including that for info because my friend Steven was gracious enough to take that tab. La Fontaine, 1 Spanish omelet and a mimosa, $65. At the High Limit Bar, 2 cocktails, $56. At Vida, 1 juice flight and a quote all-in breakfast, $73. At Roadside Taco, Mom and I had 4 chicken tacos, shared 1 chicken nacho, and I had a Cadillac margarita, $89. 1 popcorn and a Bud Light at the BleauLive Theater before scoring VIP seats where the drinks were free, $29. At Poodle Room, 4 cocktails, a Stella, 1 salmon crispy rice, and 2 selections from the dessert cart, $212. At Bleau Bar, 3 cocktails, $82, and that brings my food and beverage grand total to $865. Some miscellaneous expenses include my 60-minute quote-unquote Odyssey massage, $264, 1 greeting card at the gift shop, $8, 2 tickets to the New Year's Eve event that now I'm going to give a value of $300 a piece because it was amazing. I wound up with not 1, but 2 tickets to Duran Duran at $262 a piece, round-trip Cadillac Escalade to and from the airport at a conservative value of $100, VIP lounge access for waters, cookies, and coffee, all value at $60 for the whole trip, and $575 in tips given to drivers, dealers, front desk, housekeeping, etc. That brings the miscellaneous total to $2,131. As for the room, as mentioned in the beginning, let's give it a casino rate of $300 per night. That puts our theoretical total cost for the trip at $3,896. So how much did I wind up playing? According to Fontainebleau, I put 15 hours and 24 minutes across 3 nights. My average bet was $350 a hand, and my total theoretical loss for the trip was $3,500. On the front end, the room was comped. My mom had a $200 food and beverage credit, which we used at Don's Prime. I had a $500 food and beverage credit, which I used everywhere else. I had a $250 spa credit for making royal last year that I used towards the massage, and the final bill was wiped of everything except $115 worth of tips. Yes, even the gift shop and the spa overage was comped. From touchdown to wheels up, the cost of a premium customer enjoying a decently lavish trip to Fontainebleau across New Year's Eve was $690, essentially all tips. Now, I understand that everything comped was a soft comp and that the true cost for these casinos is just a fraction of these numbers. But at a $3,500 theoretical loss, it just reaffirms that Fontainebleau is comping very generously. But my actual loss for the trip? $6,250.